Oh, my lovely Slayers. It is the Technology Armageddon. Basically, if you are watching this on the recording, which everyone is, because Facebook is um, broken. Someone broke the internet, and I'm okay with it because I'm sending this out to everyone on my email list, anyways. And you're going to get your day 2 training regardless of whether you have social media working for you or not today, because we are running real businesses, guys. We are building systems and structures. We are building strategy, launch structure, team structure, organizations, building an actual company. And so I'm inviting you to take this as a blessing if you are suffering from the Facebook, Instagram Armageddon day today, and be grateful for what you have and work on building that email list. In fact, it's inspired me to create a little challenge for you on how to build your list, because my list grew the biggest it's ever jumped in a week, just from this one freebie that I'm giving you guys right now. So let's dive into our training. And I want you to sit up tall and straight, and I want you to get in a little bit of a headspace with me. Close your eyes. I invite you to take a comfortable seat, sit in whatever way is comfortable for you. Witness your posture, be in your posture. Notice how you hold your shoulders, how you carry your energy in this space. I want you to frame your mind and get ready to receive what I'm about to tell you, but I also want you to stay super, super, super open and relaxed. And I want you to feel into what I'm about to say to you. Close your eyes and focus on that space in between your forehead, your third eye. And as you take a deep breath in through your nose, I want you to remember every blessing that you've ever had in your business. I want you to remember every piece of evidence, every happy thing that has happened since you've become an entrepreneur. I want you to look for evidence that you were capable of amazing things, that you have done so much more than you did a year ago, 6 months ago, that you're so much further ahead, that you are exactly where you need to be. You are safe, you are supported, and you have desires, and you are safe to go after those desires right the fuck now. Take one deep breath in and exhale. And as you exhale, I want you to envision all the bullshit, all the stories, all the little crazy troll thoughts in your head that tell you can't do this, that tell you can't pull it off because it's not your fucking truth. It's a lie. It's the human condition. Those little voices aren't your reality. It's a condition of the human brain. And once you witness it as a funny little condition and twerk that we all experience, you can see how silly those little thoughts truly are. Okay, let's get started. Now, I want to dive in with you guys about sexy structures. And I say that because I believe in balanced business ownership. And I believe that not everything is going to feel good for everyone. And not everyone is going to want to operate their business the way that I operate my business. So I don't teach or train my clients in my group programs, my masterminds, in my private coaching to build a business the way that I do it. I teach them to build a business that supports them in a way that lights their soul on fire and also balances out what they are maybe lacking in a little bit. Like, so if you're super, super feminine, super woo, super just fly by the seat of your pants, inspired action, I do what I'm feeling, when I'm in the flow, then we need to get a little bit of structure in place. And we need to find a happy medium of how we can stop chasing our tail and how we can plan for the future and how we can create things from an inspired place whenever the fuck we want, not just when we feel like it. Because inspiration can be generated. And I get asked all the time, how do you write your copy? Do you write it inspired in the moment, or do you write it planned ahead? And I say, yes, I do all of those things. I do both. And there is no right or wrong way, but I'm going to give you a little bit of bare bones. And you guys, this is just what I'm asking for you, the bare minimum. If you have feelings or structure problems, if you have issues or thoughts that come up around launching, like, oh, launching has to be hard, or I get overwhelmed when I launch, I want you to clear all the beliefs and all the thoughts that come up that says launching has to be any fucking way. Launching doesn't have to be any certain way. You don't have to do anything that I fucking tell you to do. I'm telling you what has worked for me. I'm also going to help you create habits and structure and routine that feel good for you, but also stretch you a little bit to grow, because growth comes from when we get uncomfortable, and growth comes when we decide to do things that we never thought we could do before. And I encourage you to challenge that ego side that wants to keep you comfy and safe, and dive in a little bit more to a balanced business partnership, whether that be with your team, with co-creating with other people outside of your zone of genius. I'm going to give you my launch structure and strategy, but this is the bare minimum so that launching can feel easy and fun and no pressure. I'm working with my coach, and I'm actually coaching her now as well. And I'm very similar to how she operates, and I love structure and strategy, but I also don't want to be limited or restricted by it. I want to do things, and I want to pivot, and I want to change things whenever the fuck I want. And I'm giving you permission to do that. So this is a plan. This is an outline, and this is something that will guide you, that you can connect back with. So print this worksheet out, go over it, review it, go back to it to make sure you have the things in place that need to be in place in order to have a successful launch and to make it easy as fuck, because launching should be fucking easy. It shouldn't be overwhelming. You should be providing value and nurturing your audience. You should be making love to them while you're getting ready to sell to them something amazing. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and you are getting this worksheet as well in your email inbox. So I'm going to start here with sexy structure, and I want you to feel into this. So this is my feminine energy side. I teach everything from a spiritual feminine side of things as well as a strategic masculine side of business, because both are very, very important. Mindset, spirituality, and strategy are my signature way of coaching. So I make sure that every little thing that I do, every group program that I teach, incorporates all of those things. So I'm going to ask you to read through these with me, and I'll explain a little bit. What will your clients walk away from this with? So whatever it is that you're giving them, what are they going to walk away feeling? What are they going to walk away knowing? What are they going to walk away having accomplished? What are they going to build in your time together? What are they going to have, own, create, whatever? What does that transformation look like? We need to know the whole outcome. So journal out on this little section. What is the outcome? What's the end result? We need to get super, super clear on what is the end result, because I see so many entrepreneurs confused on, well, they're going to have more clarity, or where they're going to have, no, point blank, black and white. What will they walk away with at the end of this? And then I want you to journal about how they feel. Why do they desperately need you? What keeps them up at night? Why do they cry themselves to sleep? What do they wish for when they're shitting on the toilet? Just thinking of something random. But what are they thinking about that their heart can't stop dreaming about? And then if you needed to have a 6-figure launch, how many people would you need to get to that price point? And how many upgrades, how many payment plans, how many upsells? So example, if you want to have a 6-figure launch, you're going to need 10 people at $10,000. Like, my mastermind is $10,000. I'm going to have 12 people. That's going to be a $120,000 launch. I build in for attrition, and I'll usually take on 13 or 14 with the expectation that I'll have 12 left at the end of it. I also build into my attrition plan payment plans, which are elevated. It's more than the original cost. So you can build and plan for, because the problem with a lot of people and their income claims online is that people say, I just made 6 figures. I'm like, listen, sassy Sheila, I love you, but you didn't just make 6 figures that day. You sold 6 figures in sales, and industry attrition is anywhere from 10 to 20%. So my attrition is only like 5 to 8%, but your loss percentage, you have to build in for that. I believe that if you're claiming you had a 6-figure launch, but then at the end of it, you're not actually pocketing 6 figures cash, then you didn't really have a 6-figure launch. You were able to close 6 figures of yeses on the phone, but that doesn't mean money in the bank. So we want to get creative. How can we upsell them? How can we add bonuses and incentives onto what our current price points are? How can we throw payment plans out and extend them over a little bit longer period of time? Okay, now I want to break down over here for you what I have for your structure. I wanted to keep this super basic. This is for people who aren't maybe yet quite ready to use a project management system. I use Airtable, and we have all of this tasks out in assignments, who's responsible, what are the due dates for these things, what needs to get done, and who's on point for each assignment. And so I have all this, but I wanted to create something for you of how I would have launched something a year ago without having project management and without having a major team. Because this is for people scaling to a 6-figure business or scaling their first 6-figure launch. So I want you to think of how many graphics are you going to need? And that includes photos. Do you need to have a photo shoot? Do you need to have like 6 images of you and then maybe 6 like graphics for Instagram stories that outline and explain all the features of your product? And then I want you to think of how many posts am I going to need to write? What copy is going to be needed for this launch? And think about it as breaking down launches into something super fucking simple, because launches are really just this, whatever is on this spreadsheet or this checklist. It's really not that complicated. And you're thinking, I know, I get overwhelmed. Oh my God, I have so many emails to write, or I have to write so many posts. You guys, no. For one, go back and look at anything else you've launched in the past and look at your posts that were really fucking good, and how can we repurpose those and change those and tweak those a little bit to, keep our audience guessing. But if it worked, it fucking worked. Let's change it up and format it to make it fit what we're doing now. Let's go back to old emails that maybe worked for us. Also, let's take our emails that we're writing now for this new specific launch and let's micro those down. So we're going to be multiplying our content. So a content multiplier is when you take one big piece of content and you break it down into several little pieces. So you're not actually working any harder. You're just copying and pasting. So I recommend using a Google Doc, or you could use Google Keep is where I like to write all of my content specifically when I get inspired. So how many graphics are you going to need? What copy are you going to need? I recommend starting with email, and then you can copy a piece of your email out and turn it into a social post and list all the things for each, so I would just write, say I need to write 10 to 20 emails for this launch. And then those emails can then become my social post. It's a lie that this has to be hard. It's really not fucking complicated. It really is this fucking easy. I encourage you to create value and freebies to give to your audience, like I am giving to you right now. I'm creating this this checklist for you, this journal prompt worksheet for you. I invite you to create things for your audience. It doesn't have to be anything printable or digital. I just love to learn that way, so I love to give that way. And I don't always do worksheets for every freebie I do. Sometimes I just go live. So when I say create a freebie, a freemium, whatever, it could just be a live video. It could just be a Q&A. It could just be answering questions on your Instagram stories. So I want you to write out below, what are our estimated sales going to be? What is the estimated attrition? Meaning how many people do we expect to fall off? And how much are they worth? Meaning if they're a $10,000 client, they're paying $1,000 a month for 10 months and they stop paying 2 months in, and we just lost $8,000 of that launch. So if 2 people did that, then we would lose $15,000 to $18,000 if they dropped off somewhere throughout the launch. So estimated attrition. This is not rocket science. We're not totaling up exact numbers. We are projecting. And then I want you to think of the estimated budget. What team members are you going to need to hire? What is that going to cost? Are you going to need a web designer? Are you going to need a sales page designer? Are you going to need a graphic designer to create these graphics for you? Are you going to do it yourself? I'm all about easy peasy, so I outsource everything. I don't create anything unless I fucking feel like it. And sometimes I feel like it. I like graphic design. It's fun. But Then I want you to think of what's the total profit going to be after that, because that's the bottom line. And our bottom line is what really, really matters, especially when we're talking about integrity in business. So launch checklist. I've created a little checklist for you guys. We need to set our launch dates and our price points. What are the payment options going to be? What are the price points going to be? How many people do we want? We need to set the dates and the price points and our income goal. We need to create a freebie. We need to build a landing page for that freebie to collect emails, because we are building real sustainable business models right now, you guys. Social media is down. I need you to have an email list. It's always important. It always matters. It is the only thing you own. You do not own Facebook. You do not own Twitter. You do not own Instagram or Pinterest or any of the things. You own your email list, and that is it. So build a landing page. Oh, and you own your website. Collect testimonials for your sales page. We want to collect those ahead of time so we can have them ready to pop, plug and play. So we don't have to wait on people to write back and all the things. So then we need to create a sales page and make sure you're adding terms and conditions at checkout. Super, super important. Do you want to legally protect yourself? You want to make sure it is super clear for your audience what the refund policy is, or if there is a refund policy for whatever it is that you are selling, because we don't want anyone to be caught off guard. We want to make sure our audience knows what they're buying and what they're getting. And then I want you to go write all the damn things. Write the content, write the posts, and don't put any pressure on it. Let it come when it comes, let it flow, but also remember you can generate inspiration whenever the fuck you want. Go back to what inspires you, what lights you up. Go back to your clients and talk to them. Ask your audience, what are they struggling with? How can I help? And you will get your best writing and content creation ideas from your audience, from your clients now, from past clients, from past social posts that you've done before, from podcasts, from books, from audios, from this video. Go back to recordings that you've gotten from free trainings like the one I'm giving you right now, and go watch it 2 months from now, a month from now, whenever you're launching, because I guarantee this will inspire you. So go back, get in the mind frame anytime you want, whenever you're going to write. And I want to encourage you to believe in this launch bigger than you've believed in anything ever before. Because I promise you, I said this to a client earlier today, that God, the universe, source, spirit, angels, whoever the fuck you believe in, does not, I'm a spirit junkie level 1, you guys, and I would not lie to you. God does not give you desires that you are not already pre-qualified for. Meaning, if it is in your heart, if it is something that you want, if it is something you are thinking about as a possibility, if it's in your awareness at all, that means you're already worthy of it now. Not later, not 6 months from now, not when you get a certain certification, not when you hit a certain income goal, not when you have certain clients accomplishing certain things, not when you have this many sales, whatever. You're worthy now. If it's something that you desire, meaning a 6-figure launch, why the fuck not you? Why the fuck not now? Because I promise you, if you're thinking it, then it's already possible for you. So I love you guys. I hope you liked that little pep talk. I hope you liked the worksheet. Day 2, I will be back tomorrow regardless whether Facebook is working or not. You might get another recording. You might get a live video. We shall see, but either way, you will get this content in your inbox tomorrow for day 3. I love you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you later.